Instead of continuing this snipe hunt for the endangered and possibly extinct creature bipartisanship, you need to push the Republicans around or cut them out or both. You need to threaten Democrats like Baucus and the others with the ends of their careers in the party. Instead, those Democrats have threatened you, and the Republicans have pushed you and cut you out. Mr. President, the line between compromise and compromised is an incredibly fine one. Any reform bill enrages the right and provides it with the war cry around which it will rally its mindless legions in the midterms and in 12. But this Republican knee-jerk inflexibility provides an incredible opportunity to you, sir, and an incredible license. On April 6th, 2003, I was approached by two drunken young men at a baseball game, and one of them started to ask for an autograph, and the other one stopped him by shouting, "Screw him, he's a liberal." This program had been on the air for 3 weeks. It had to that point consisted entirely of brief introductions to correspondents in Iraq or to military analysts. There had been no criticism, no political analysis, no commentary. I had not covered news full-time for more than 4 years. I could not fathom on what factual basis I was being called a liberal, let alone being sworn at for being such. Only later did it dawn on me that it didn't matter why. And it didn't matter that they were doing it. It only mattered that if I was going to be mindlessly criticized for anything, the reaction would be identical, whether I did nothing that engendered it or whether I stood for something that engendered it. Mr. President, they're calling you a socialist, a communist, a Marxist. You could be further to the right on this than Reagan, and this health care bill, as Howard Dean put it here last night, this bailout for the insurance industry, that sure invites the Reagan comparison. And they will still call you names. Sir, if they're going to call you a socialist, no matter what you do, you have been given full, unfettered freedom to do what you know is just. The bill may be the ultimate political manifesto, or it may be the most delicate of compromises. The firestorm will be the same. So why not give the haters, as the cliche goes, something to cry about? But concomitant with that is the reaction from Democrats and independents. You have riven them, sir. Any bill will engender criticism, but this bill costs you the left and anybody who now has to pony up 17% of his family's income to buy this equivalent of medical mobster protection money. Some, speaking for you, sir, have called the public option a fetish. They may be right, but to stay with this uncomfortable language, this bill is less fetish and more bondage. Nothing short of your re-election and the re-election of dozens of Democrats in the House and the Senate hinges in large part on this bill. Make it palatable, or make it go away, or make yourself ready, not merely for a horrifying campaign in 2012, but for the distinct possibility also of a primary challenge. Befitting the season, sir, these are not the shadows of the things that will be, but the shadows of the things that may be. But at this point, Mr. President, only you can make certain of that. There is only one redemption possible. The mandate in this bill under which we are required to buy insurance must be stripped out. The bill now is little more than a legally mandated delivery of the middle class and those whose dreams of joining it slip ever further away into a kind of Chicago stockyards of insurance. Make enough money to take care of yourself and your family, and you must buy insurance on the insurer's terms or face a fine. This provision must go. It is, above all else, immoral and a betrayal of the people who elected you, sir. You must now announce that you will veto any bill lacking an option or buy-in, but containing a mandate. And Senator Reid, put the public option back in, or the Medicare buy-in, or both, or single payer for that matter. Let Lieberman and Ben Nelson and Baucus and the Republicans vote their lack of conscience and preclude the 60 ayes. Let them commit the political suicide instead of you. Let Mr. Lieberman kill this bill, then turn to his Republican friends, only to find out they hate him more than the Democrats do. Let him stagger off the public stage to go work for the insurance industry, as if he is not doing that now. And then, Mr. Reid, take every worthwhile provision of health care reform you legally can and pass it via reconciliation whenever and however you can. And by the way, a Medicare buy-in can be legally passed via reconciliation. The Senate bill with the mandate must be defeated, if not in the Senate, then in the House. Health care reform that benefits the industry at the cost of the people is intolerable, and there are no moral constructs in which it can be supported. And if still the bill and this heinous mandate become law, there is yet further reaction required. I call on all those whose conscience urges them to fight to use the only weapon that will be left to us if this bill, as currently constituted, becomes law. We must not buy federally mandated insurance if this cheesy counterfeit of reform is all we can buy. No single payer, no sale. No public option, no sale. No Medicare buy-in, no sale. I am one of the self-insured, albeit by choice, and I hereby pledge that I will not buy this perversion of health care reform. Pass this at your peril, senators, and sign it at yours, Mr. President. I will not buy this insurance. Brand me a lawbreaker if you choose. Fine me if you will. Jail me if you must. But if the Medicare buy-in goes, but the mandate stays, the people who fought so hard and so sincerely to bring sanity to this system must kill this mutated, ugly version of their dream, because those elected by us to act for us have forgotten what must be the golden rule of health care reform. It is the same rule to which physicians are bound by oath. First, do no harm.